In this video, I will share my take on the Gucci Cosmos exhibition in London. And I'll kick off with why brands bother to do exhibitions in the first place. I'll get into my first impressions, the setup, and the bits that really caught my eye. The exhibition shows over at 180 studios in London, running until the 31st of December. First thing you'll notice is how it's all about the Gucci story, their heritage, and legacy. But stick around and you'll see how each room shifts gears, pulling you into a whole different universe, really. And I'll break it down for you. But before we get into that, let's quickly hash out why luxury brands are big on these exhibitions. Well, first of all, to celebrate its legacy. Now, this particular exhibition tells the story of the brand from the very beginnings to this day. This way, the luxury brand reinforces its history, goes back to its roots, and reminds us, the audience, about its heritage. And secondly, to demonstrate its connection to arts and culture. To hint that the brand is above just pure consumption. There's a philosophy behind it. This is a tactic widely used in the luxury industry. Okay, now let's look at the first impressions, display, and curation. This exhibition is very dynamic with loads of moving parts. It starts with entering the lift installation, a dark red space that represents the elevator in the Savoy Hotel where Gucci was working. Now, one thing I need to mention that is the lift was a massive innovation back then. However, lifts weren't so fast. It took 7 minutes to go up, so Gucci had a lot of time to chat with his customers. Then, as you exit the lift installation and go through the rooms, you notice that there is a lot of playing with light and space. Some rooms are brightly lit, mostly the ones with the products. Others dark and mysterious, mostly with installations. So here is a very stark contrast that feels like the real cosmos, as the name of the exhibition suggests. Stars shining brightly, at the same time they are coexisting with this perpetual darkness.
You are everything, and everything is part of you.
Now, what stood out to me? Well, one of the rooms is the Garden of Eden, suggesting that the brand brings the experience of pleasure. The room was all white and you could only see the product. So it is creating this white space where we can see the product. This is a tactic used by luxury brands because it really exposes the qualities of that product, and the product is the star. Now, another room I really liked with the two giant human sculptures. I really had this transcendental experience where I was fully immersed in the moment. And I believe that's what the artist was trying to achieve. Now let's talk about the flow of the rooms. I had an impression that the order the exhibition was organized was the following: story, products, inspiration. You understand the roots, you see the products, and then you see the present and where the inspiration comes from. Now, another thing that stood out to me, that caught my eye, was the display of how the silhouette of Gucci changed depending on the creative director. Another thing I want to talk about is audience engagement. I could see that some people moved through the rooms pretty quickly, but the library room on the rotating wardrobe had more people than any other room because there were more details to explore. Another thing I noticed was that the focus of the exhibition shifts from the company, from the brand, to the viewer, saying there is a cosmos within you.
And everything is part of you.
Okay, so let's wrap up. I would say overall it was a very meditative experience. If you are interested in the brand for personal or professional reasons, this is a great way to get to know the brand better and the industry as well. Would I recommend it? Yes, because it's a sensory experience that you won't get from books or movies. Thanks for watching. Bye.